Recently, somebody on Twitter asked me, why do you guys have so much trouble when you travel? Why can't you sit together? Why? We don't know. We have no idea. Occasionally, you just get a trip where every single thing that can go wrong goes wrong. That is this frickin'. Where are we going?
We're going to Wellington.
In?
New Zealand.
The thing I had planned for us to do, we can't do that.
Yeah, so there's big fires in the South Island that have shut down the train line. We were going to take a train from Christchurch to Greymouth. We now have to figure out what else to do.
We'll figure it out.
It'll be great, whatever it is. I mean, it's New Zealand, so. Want to go fly a squirrel wingsuit?
We're having a problem.
Little problem.
Not tiny. Umputa problem.
Umputa problem. So in order to fly into New Zealand, you have to show a ticket that you're leaving. That's the rule. So we got like bunted back from getting our boarding passes, and we have to go to the service desk to show them that we have a ticket to leave. And then we can get our boarding pass. But it looks like it's getting all sorted out.
Well said. So Ashley and I are now in Wellington, New Zealand, and we had a very eventful trip. The runway for the Wellington airport comes out into the bay, and we were landing and coming down and coming down and coming down. Then we didn't land, and then we took off again, which is a really odd sensation. We had to circle for a while, and then our plane started to run out of fuel. Now, if you ever don't want to hear a pilot say something, it's the word fuel. You just, don't keep that to yourself. That's my advice to future pilots. So we left and went to Christchurch, which is a city on a totally different island. So you can imagine my concern when we don't have enough fuel to land where we are, but we're gonna go to another place. I realize that, they probably just did the math on how much fuel they had. So we're going to Christchurch.
Everyone, as you're probably aware, if you're familiar with the New Zealand landscape, that we are absolutely going to Christchurch, I'm very sorry to say, to get some more fuel, which is very important, of course.
Had to go refuel in Christchurch. Did that, just for laughs.
No biggie.
Now we're back in Wellington. But we're here, we're in New Zealand, and we made it all the way to Wellington.
There's a lightning tour, really, of New Zealand already.
We've been all over.
South Island, North Island.
That's a good point. We've been on both islands of New Zealand. So right now, Ashley and I are heading to dinner. Hey, there it is. With Hideo Kojima, which I never thought I would say ever.
This is my straight face.
So straight.
Yeah, inside I'm like this.
So it is a lovely but rainy day here in lovely Wellington. But I'm here in Wellington because I don't know how to explain this, but sometimes the universe lines up in very mysterious ways. And I have come to Wellington with Mr. Hideo Kojima to introduce him to a filmmaker that he has always wanted to meet. He asked if we could possibly set up this meeting, and I said, I think I might be able to do that. And 8 months later, here we are in Wellington about to go do something extraordinarily cool. We are now in Wellington. We're at our friend Seb's house. Oops, I'm not that drunk. I just stepped off the little ledge.
He's a little drunk.
So he just gave me a delicious New Zealand beer. I should probably explain the hats. So Seb, this is Seb.
Kia ora.
Seb lives in Wellington. You can't see it, but there's an amazing view this way. And he lives in a property that used to be a nunnery. So we came prepared for this evening with our own headgear.
We wanted it to feel at home.
And now we're gonna go investigate and explore the nunnery.
Absolutely.
Now that we're properly clothed. We're gonna go investigate the nunnery.
We are.
Are you worried?
I'm a little bit worried, but that's okay. It's very few bad things have happened here recently.
Wait, very few recently?
Ready?
Feeling great.
Let's do it. We got this.
Feeling pious.
It's for the nun conferences.
Oh man. You gotta come up here. So wait, you gotta see this. So I open the door, pitch black, and then a shadow starts to emerge on the back wall. It was my shadow.
Oh no.
Yes.
I don't like that room.
Who would store their stuff in a haunted nunnery?
Someone who did not want their stuff to be disturbed.
Ever. This is no fun.
Alright,
This creepy big long hallway. Doorways. An old abandoned nunnery.
These are modern softy nuns. They had carpet.
yeah, when they were doing their push-ups in the morning, they were doing them all.
Are we going out this way?
Yep.
Yeah, nuns got swole.
Alright, look, we're safe. We made it. I made it out alive. Ashley made it out alive. Seb made it out alive. Everybody made it out alive.
It's disappointing.
Mind you, I will say, the people who raided Tutankhamun's tomb made it out alive, and then look what happened to all of them.
They slowly-
over the impending years of their lives.
So we're alive for now.
It wasn't good.
That's right.
So, this was our planned trip to Queenstown, which was already tough enough, right?
Yeah, we've already had to rebook flights.
But now, when we were finally all rebooked on everything and about to leave, we got to the elevator, and a fire drill started 10 minutes ago. We're on the 7th floor with all these bags, and we can't go anywhere until the fire alarm stops, even though we know it's a drill.
The elevators won't work until
Yeah.
the fire drill is complete.
Alright, so we're just gonna wait for these to stop, and then we'll be on our way.
And that's parked on the other side of the terminal. So I'd now ask you, looks like we're going to disembark and proceed into the terminal, and
What
another
is
boarding call will be
happening?
given in 10 to
We have to
15
get
minutes
off
for that
our
aircraft.
plane,
So if
and
you
we have
could
to
please
go to
just take your
another
personal
plane.
belongings,
This
leave the
plane's
aircraft,
broken.
proceed into the terminal, and we'll be boarding the other aircraft in approximately 15 to 20.
Take 2.
We get a jetway this time. Last time we had to go upstairs.
Alright, so now we are heading to Milford Sound.
We're headed for Invercargill.
Invercargill is like very bottom tip of New Zealand, South Island. So we're heading not quite that far, but we're heading towards some really beautiful, beautiful views.
There's a warning on everything here. Is it down here? New Zealand roads. Everything takes longer.
And the fact that we're sitting perfectly still while we're recording this is a good indication.
I think we're going.